Hello everyone. So today I am going to go thrifting for my Halloween costume and we're going to do a little bit of DIYing as well. I have not gone thrifting in a while, so I'm excited and I love doing this every year. Editing Ilana here. So all of my thrifting footage was too much storage for my video, so unfortunately you're not going to see me thrift. So just ignore the rest of this intro because we're going to get right into the crafting, so you'll see what I did. I'm a full believer in like thrifting or DIYing or using clothes you already have to do your Halloween costume. So let's get shopping. And I guess I should tell you what I plan on being, and that is Rumi from K-pop and Demon Hunters. So I really liked the outfit that she and her group wore when they were singing Golden. And I just felt like, oh, that outfit's so cute. So I'm kind of going to look for a cropped like jacket, some white boots, some plain white shorts. I mean, I have plain white shorts, but those are shorts that I wear and I don't want to DIY those specifically. So I'm going to get some new ones to DIY and that way I could wear those later on too.
Later.
I slept way longer than I needed to. I'm not going to go as detailed as I'd like to because I'm just not that crafty. We're going to do what I can. So the first thing that I'm going to work on is the tank top. This is what I got from Buffalo Exchange. It is pretty large, but I'm going to cut it so it's like a crop top, and then we'll do the detailing on it. That looks like a good size, kind of like the same length as the shirt that I'm wearing now. Yes, I know I have like a regular white top, but I don't want to DIY this. It needs to get bleached. What I noticed with the white cropped shirt is that it has like a gold accent around the top. Let me see what I have in my craft box right here because I totally forgot about the detailing for that because I'm not going to use a chain. I'm just going to paint along the rim. So technically it was like what is it, not a turtleneck but a mock neck. She had like a mock neck tank top. You know, I wasn't gonna go with that detail. This was the closest I can find, so I'm just gonna outline this part in gold and that's really it. That looks great. That's literally all I need to do for the shirt. That's pretty easy. Next project is going to be the shorts. So with the shorts, these are like some nice athletic shorts, which I thought worked well. So the sides, I have some excess black fabric from when I did a DIY project. So I'm going to kind of cut these up and I'm going to just glue them onto the sides. And then we'll do the chain detailing after. So these are the sides. I'm really curious to see how these will look when they're on the body, but that glue definitely needs to dry down. I may have made them a little bit thick. I mean, I can always try and rip them off, but I put them thick so they could kind of like wrap around. So we'll see what those look like. I got this like, I think it's a necklace. What does it say on the tag? It just says gold metal chain. Okay, well, I saw this and I thought, you know, I could probably do something with this for the shorts because it has all those like bulky gold detailing on it. Because she has kind of like that little belt that goes around it. So do you see like the little belt right there? That's probably what I'm actually going to really use it for that detailing. This is going to be something that I'm going to take on and off. You can see that there's chains. And then I probably could put a black strip of fabric around the waistband, but I'm probably not going to do that. But I definitely need the chains to like kind of hang down. So I have these guys. So I'm going to figure out how I can like cut these. So that's going to be like the next thing that I do. Okay, I did that. That was so easy. I might need to make this a little bit shorter, but it looks like the chain kind of starts under the waistband. Okay, what if I just glue that down? Okay, so there's one of the chains on. Now I gotta do the chains that kind of go across the waistband. So they would sort of like look like that. And I'm just sort of kind of tucking them underneath the fabric and lifting them up. And this glue is definitely going to need to dry. I'm probably going to like double band it like that. You know what? I think the pants just need to dry because I don't want those chains to fall off. But this is what we're working with, so I'm just going to put them here. I actually don't know where I'm going to put them. I'm going to put them on my desk. So this is the blazer. I'm going to show you what it looks like while it's on me. So basically, I need to crop it a little bit right under the boob because it is shorter than the cropped shirt. So I do see a good cutting line that I am going to cut it for. I hate that I have to cut a blazer up, but we do it for Halloween. So basically, this line right here is what I am going to cut. All right, well, we got it. We got it exactly where I wanted it to be. That was so hard to cut. It's definitely not perfect looking. I mean, I got like a string here. But you know what? It's doing what it needs to do. So the crisscross thing that goes around here, that I'm trying to figure out. So I have like this old leather, like fake leather that I used for a DIY project. So I'm wondering if I have enough to crisscross it and glue it on. So that's probably what I will do. But then I don't know how I'm going to like actually put it on. So I got to figure that one out. I might have to like crisscross it onto the shirt, but I'm probably going to use this. There's a lot of detailing on there. Now, obviously, I didn't go for the sequin effect. I have to make this gold, like, shoulder pad thing. There's some chains. It's not going to be as detailed as I want it to be, but I think what I am going to do is gold paint the outlines here. And I will use some of the rest of the chains to put some chains on it. I'm not going to put like a ton of chains on it. Just so you get like the basic idea, because again, I need to be able to wear this thing. So that's what we're working with. I just decided to add the X onto the white shirt so you get that crisscross effect. Tomorrow, I will do all of the detailing.
The next day.
Hello. It is the next day. So we're going to go back to DIYing the blazer since it's the last thing that I need to do. I got to do all the detailing. So I had to get a few more supplies from Michael's, and well, I Instacarted them, and I wanted to get like that sheet of like foam, like, you know, the thin sheet that kind of looks like felt, but it's foam. Well, I saw on Instacart that there was a sheet of foam, and I thought, well, okay, cool. It's in a good size. It's styrofoam. Probably should have read the description better. I blame that on myself. So I'm not going to use this, but I will keep it in my craft box in case I decide that I need something that involves styrofoam. So that was a fail. But I do have these random sheets of blue felt that I may use. And I do have gold spray paint. So what I'm going to do is use this for like the little shoulder armor. That's the wrong shoulder. It kind of goes like right here. And I'm going to just cut it up and kind of hope for the best. I did see like a really nice TikTok tutorial on like how to make this. I believe it was by the Glow Mama, so I want to give credit to her. So what I'm going to do is do one for the armor, and then I'm going to do one for like the little detailing on this side. It looks like a chevron kind of. Let me show you. Like you see that right there? That's what I'm going to do for the other side. So let's just cut this out with my kitchen scissors. This is the first shape, and then I gotta do a small shape because it has like a layer. So I guess I'll just use this excess right here. So what I'm gonna do, because it looks like the smaller piece is kind of like in front, out how the fuck I want to do this. It's not gonna be perfect, but I'm just gonna take my E6000 glue and just glue them together. Hope for the best here. And in the tutorial next was like using white puffy paint or using gold puff paint. I don't have that. I have white because it doesn't really matter what color I use at the end of the day. It's just gonna get covered in spray paint. So I am literally just gonna doodle random squiggles and designs. Ta-da! This is what I did. But you know, I'm impatient, so I'm just gonna spray paint over it now really quick. So I'm gonna use this right here. I might have to do this off camera so I don't get spray paint everywhere. There, look how cute that is. I will spray paint the other blue side, but I want to let the puff paint dry for a little bit. So I'm just gonna move this to the side and let that dry. And I got it all over my hands. So now I am going to do the little chevron part. I'm gonna use this extra scrap right here. I don't need the other one. So I'm just gonna measure this. Okay, just have it go all the way down. I think that's fine. Okay, and now I'm just gonna take the puff paint again and draw like the little chevron print. And this is what we got. So the next detail I'm gonna do is the little flower that's like on this shoulder patch. So I'm just gonna draw a flower design on this and I'm gonna paint the felt. So let's get to it. So this is what it looks like. Is it the prettiest thing? No, but it's close enough. And you know what? I'm still proud of it. So I'm gonna let that dry before I cut it out. So when everything dries, I will come back and we'll start putting the painted gold stuff on and then we'll do the chains. I cut out the little flower. So I'm gonna just kind of like glue it onto the side like this. Again, I know it's not the best job in the world, but you know what? At least I put in effort here, okay? I have a star on the shoulder pad. Love that. Now that needs to dry. The gold detailing is still drying right now. That's okay. I'm glad I have something on this jacket. It's just the puffy paint. The puffy paint takes forever. I might like put an air dryer to, or sorry, a hair dryer to it so it can speed things up a little bit because I just want to get this done.
An hour later.
All right, so I did place the like gold chevron part onto the jacket. It's kind of dry, not fully dry. The shoulder pad though needs to dry way more, but I want to start adding some of the gold chains from that side of the blazer. So basically, I'm gonna have the chains connect, if you can see this really quick, from the flower to here and just kind of dangle them here because this is just what I'm working with in this space. I definitely think I put this way too closer to the edge. I think it should have probably been right here, but you know what? It is what it is. This still takes a lot of effort for what I'm doing, so the chains will be like around this length. So I have 4 chains and how I'm gonna split them up. This is not gonna be like perfect, but we're gonna do a chain from like the corner here. Let it be like right here. We're gonna have one that dangles, like the one that dangles all the way from the side. Alrighty, and then we have another one that dangles from here. I'm trying to have it go underneath the little star patch. Okay. And then the small one will just dangle like this way, I guess. There. That has to dry.
Day 3.
I think it's coming together really well. The only thing I have left to do is to add the chain detailing here. And then I will finally be done with all of the crafting for this project. So I'm excited to be done with this because this took quite a long time. It took several days, actually. I'm really glad that I had another pair of chain here because I just didn't think one was gonna be enough. I just take like pliers to just sort of unhook one of the metals because that's how I like kind of cut it. Okay, and this is what it's looking like. This is gonna dry. I did paint a little bit of outline around like the sleeve pits, and then I did a little bit of a outline around the star patch thing. But I mean, I'm proud of it. I can't wait to see what it looks like when it's on. So I'm gonna let this dry, and then we'll do a final show off of the final product. Ta-da! And this is my outfit. So, you know, for a DIY project, I think it's really nice, in my opinion. I feel like if you saw me out in public and you've seen the movie, you would know that this is something that Rumi wore in the movie. And for my hair, what I plan on doing is putting like lilac purple hair wax in. That is like a temporary hair color that will be able to cover all of this, and then I will braid it and pin my bangs back. So the hairstyle looks really similar to hers, but I just wanted to show you the gist of the outfit. Oh, and then for the boots, because I couldn't find white boots, what I am going to do is wear my white Chuck Taylor Converses and then wear like white knee-high socks and maybe make like fake laces so it kind of looks like a boot. So that's what I'm going to do for that, get a little creative, because boots can be really expensive. But, you know, I'm really happy with how it came out. So if you liked this tutorial and it kind of gave you some ideas on how to make your own Rumi costume, do make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!